having the way the model works with, you know, contemplating escape on one side and countering with connection on the other, and then the non-fatal and dislocating, I like that because it's, you know, it's a pathway, and I think you did illuminate in the article that, you know, it's not mutually exclusive. And I think, you know, when I would look at that diagram, I'd be just arrowing it all over, just because all of those things seem so important in a man's life, and that they, you know, a lot of times they dabble in all of those all at once. I really see that, you know, with a lot of the people I'm working with, where, you know, they're sort of all over that map, just kind of pinging it, you know, in a little bit. So I like the fact that you put some language to it. I mean, when I'm reading the article, first of all, for one, the article is a great lit review of everything that's been done. So that was nice for me to read through it and go, wow, you know, this is nice. Sometimes when you get in private practice, you're not as current as you'd like to be. So that was one thing. The second thing is just around being able to, again, put words to it that I think really will be like a jumping off point for so much more research that, you know, to come. As I think about it, you know, a lot of times what will happen is you've got people countering connection, reaching out to loved ones while at the same time contemplating escape. So they may be drinking, they may be having a day sober, then reaching out and then coming back to it, and really, you know, trying to harness or maybe even stop the movement within those and get them to, you know, to the other side of, you know, how do we get you to countering connection and dislocating from self-harm only, right? So it's sort of like, how do you work towards that while knowing the other two and assessing for the other two at the same time? So I think that that's, you know, for me, I know when I look at this article from now on, and when I think about my practice, those are the things that I'm going to look at, is okay, because it summarizes it all. I mean, those are the 4 things that people do. So how do you get them from that sort of darker side over to the light side all of the time? What are you doing? So really you could be assessing that while you're doing your work with them, right? So how much is countering, how much is you know, contemplating escape. So, you know, those words are valuable for me because it gives me an idea, and then, you know, putting those words, reframing those as well, and adding to them is like, well, who did you reach out to today, and how did that go, and, you know, did you call that coworker this week, and what happened when you drove by the liquor store? You know, was there some urgency to go, you know, buy booze, or whatever it is, you know, having those things in your mind and knowing that they might jump around with them gives you an idea of, okay, well, how can I just get them over to that side? Because that's what's going to save them. That's what's going to save their life.